welcome back to
the Zak
and Buzz
Review.
So today we are doing a review, as promised, of Doctor Who: The Horror of Fang Rock with updated special effects and 5.1 surround sound.
Wow. This is absolute Doctor Who gold.
Oh, man.
I mean,
wow.
okay, the classic Horror of Fang Rock is gold.
Yeah, but this is like gold on gold.
They have
gold with gold topping.
They have done so well on the new special effects that it hasn't detracted from the original at all.
No, it's amazing.
I just love watching this particular story because it is such a kind of a Victorian.
As I say, it's just another way to watch it.
Yeah, but it's like such a in itself. It's like a Victorian ghost story kind of thing. Because you kind of think of the Beast of Dogger Bank, and this is the beast.
Revolves around this legend of the
Beast of Fang Rock. You know, and you get a lot of these sort of Victorian ghost stories,
and especially coming off the bat of like Talons of Weng
straight out of that, and ends up trying to get to Brighton, and ends up on Fang Rock. But the writing is great. I love the actors act their part as Victorians very, very well, but the special effects just add that extra je ne sais quoi.
What I will say about it is the fact that, considering we've had special effects and stuff before, but they've been used possibly a bit sparingly in previous stories.
You mentioned the Talons of Weng.
Yeah, that was very specifically like the rat. Yeah, is like the standout there.
And the laser effects from the
kind of dragon statue. Stop it, otherwise I want to watch it again. In this one, they had so many additional features,
subtle features,
like the fog, the mist.
Yeah, mist was in there.
That is very present throughout the entire story.
Little things like when they fire off a red flare to try and warn the ship that's about to crash, and you see in the background the lighthouse, and the flare lights up the sky.
Well, I mean,
and
the ship
dies down.
The ship as well. That was amazing. I don't recall the ship in the actual story, but that ship was obviously added, and it looked amazing.
Well, the original one was a model ship.
I think it was a model ship, yes, but
this one is CGI.
This is CGI, but it works.
Yeah, it works
really, really well.
Other bits and pieces.
Other bits you had, obviously. There's a Rutan ship you see later on in the final part of the story.
Final sequence,
and that looks really kind of freaky.
Well, just from when the Rutan ship streaks across the sky into the sea.
In the first one, of course.
And then, of course, you've got the where you just see the green line. It's that sort of noise, but
Rutan vision, of course.
Yeah, the Rutan vision's changed slightly, but the effects of where the Rutan has basically mimicked the lighthouse keepers. Reuben, and it's like, oh man,
he splits in half. That is like something out of The Thing or something.
It's like crazily, it's just really well done.
Considering this is footage that has it's from the 80s, and it's like.
And they've managed to manipulate it really, really well.
Oh, man.
And the story again, just the story without the special effects. The fact that they've built a lighthouse set.
Yes.
Okay. They've got. I've always loved the fact that they did the boiler with the generator, and they've got all the pressure gauges and everything on it. Yeah. And so when they open the generator, to stoke the coal into the boiler, it's got a red light bulb in there.
You don't see it.
You don't see it, but you can tell. But the whole thing is built beautiful. But it's not just the boiler room set. They go upstairs. They go into the galley area where they're having the food.
There's the crew room, of course.
The crew room, as well as up at obviously the top of the lighthouse itself. But they've done it so well because you've got the spiral staircase, and the doors are curved to fit in with the walls and everything.
And they didn't need to do that.
They didn't need. That's how it should be. But they didn't need to do that. The detail, and talking about the detail, the restoration on the footage was superb because you could see, you could read Bovril on the, and then
you could see like the crumbs on the bread.
Yeah, that's it. The
bread.
bread was so good and clear, and there's a shelf that's got like loads of things. I think there's beans and stuff in the background.
Stuff that you would never ever pay attention to.
It was
but in this restoration, you can see everything.
It was so rich to be able to look, while enjoying, of course, the amazing story. just look at the detail that you've missed before.
There's one thing we haven't brought up.
We were going to get to that.
Okay.
We were going to get to that, but let's just carry on. I mean, the big effect that we haven't mentioned. I mean, I thought the big effect was Reuben splitting apart. You know?
Yeah.
Of course, we see the Rutan.
Yes.
On the staircase.
As obviously we described it as like it originally looked like a cabbage.
Well, yeah, like a cabbage. I mean, you know, it was a green blob.
A globular cabbage
with its little tentacles.
Yeah.
And this one.
In this one, they had practical and CG effects to kind of complement each other. Yeah. You could see the tentacles. You could see an eye. You could see it pulsating.
It had its walking tentacles that it could walk on. It had its kind of, what do you call that? Its eye at the front, you know. Yeah. And it was really good.
He sort of wrap around people and he's electrocuting them and everything.
And the electrocution effects as well.
Yeah, they were updated.
A little, like the Doctor gets an electrical charge off the generator. Yeah. All those little things done really, really well. I mean,
practical effect was so fabulous.
They have gone to town.
Oh, they have gone to town on this one, and there is just an ultimate payoff.
Yeah.
Ultimate payoff.
Now, we noticed one thing, didn't we?
One tiny thing.
Which kept repeating in different areas throughout the actual story. And obviously they've re-edited it for the Blu-ray. But there seemed to be, in certain patches, a little kind of digital shimmer.
Digital speckling.
Yeah, like a little...
Very faint. You have to notice it.
Yeah, you might...
But just occasionally, once in a while, especially later on.
I think in the crew room, it's like on the door.
Yeah, or occasionally on the walls.
Yeah.
Kind of like that lower right-hand portion of the screen.
It's kind of like this
little flutter.
Little flutter of kind of this silvery grey...
Digital flutter,
Yeah, which... doesn't distract. I mean, initially we kind of wondered whether it was some kind of
residual kind
trace
of
element from the Rutan.
Yeah.
And it was purposely there.
Yeah.
But I don't believe it actually. When we finish the story, I don't believe it was meant to be there.
Yeah.
So you guys may see that, or you may not.
We would love answers to explain what it was.
We'd like you to feedback once you've watched it and say whether you saw that kind of mesh fluttering as well, because it could just literally be part of. The process.
It could be any number of things.
Yeah, I mean, just basically refreshing the whole thing.
Yeah, it could just literally be
something they couldn't get rid of.
Oh, it's like some kind of ghost-y imagery from it.
So, it doesn't distract from the story.
Not too much.
No, I don't. And Leela's.
I just have eagle eyes. Okay, I just notice these things.
I just love Leela in this story. You know, slapping that.
Shut up!
Getting the Lord and saying, "I will cut out your heart
if you do not do what the Doctor says."
It's like, you know, this is like awesomeness, because you would never see this in anything these days.
No,
because
everything would be toned down.
It would be worried about offending anybody.
Yeah, it'd be all very palatable.
You know, you can't have a young lady, strong female character, which we all love, going around with a
brandishing
knife. Brandishing a knife.
Threatening to cut people's hearts out. And we're supposed to root for this character. Of course we do.
Slapping the other lady actresses. It's great. You know, it's just superb.
Fantastic story.
You know, so overall, this is a right. You know,
top,
I mean, we always
top 10. This is like top 10 Doctor Who. Right.
You know, we rate things from right down at the bottom. Number 1 being poopy, and number 10 being. This blows out.
Stella. We've got Cabbage or Stella.
That's it. It's like
I think this is certainly Stella.
Exactly. Fetch the warning signal flares, because we're going to fire them at number 10 and blast it out of the universe. It's superb.
Yeah. That was awesome. I so love that story.
I just love little bits in it where like Leela is left. You know, she's so eager to hunt the creature.
Yes. We must go out and hunt it.
So eager to be involved, and the Doctor says, "Right, you stay here and man the foghorn." And she's like she looks really bored. Yeah. Next time you go back there, she's got a big smile on her face. Like, yes, I really like
It's so funny.
It's just brilliant. She's
fantastic story, fantastic
well
effects, fantastic sound mix.
Yeah.
That kind of you could hear it. You could hear it, especially when they were outside and things.
Can't say any more about it because it's just
go watch it, okay? Literally get the box set, go watch it because it is an absolute treat, and you are missing out if you don't get this box set.
It's worth it just for that one story.
Season 15.
We'll come back and review the others, but we just had to watch Horror of Fang Rock.
Oh, of course,
and
yeah. Top billing.
It's amazing. There you go. What more can we say?
If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further reviews you'd like to see.
And we'll see you in the next one.